Today, on Be Something Wonderful, how to manifest it all, what it really means. I am your host, Tom Karen, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, welcome back. I got an email from a subscriber that said, Tom, I really want to know, am I just being delusional in believing that my wish is already fulfilled? Because it hasn't come. I've been maintaining my feeling of wish fulfilled, but I don't see it manifesting in the 3D world, and I'm just beginning to think it's hopeless, that it's delusional to think that I can believe in something that's not manifested in 3D reality. Well, guys, we're gonna unpack this today and more. This is the second time that I've heard this word delusional. I think it was in the comments a couple weeks ago or a week ago from somebody else, and one of you, I think it was Sonia or somebody else, actually answered it brilliantly. But I really want to hit this, guys, because I want to talk about this idea of delusional, right? Delusional means having a belief that is false, or a false idea, or having a belief that's not true, or a false idea of something. Well, hear this definition. All beliefs, all ideas are false, all beliefs are false. We just make them up. So it's not even about that. It's not even appropriate to use that word delusional, right? The real delusion is believing in the facts of the 3D world, believing in the outside world versus the inner world. Hear this, it's having more belief in the outside world than the inner world. Once you give that belief up, that the 3D world is real, that the 3D world is what matters, then you got it. Then you're there. Once you give total trust to that God within, to that higher being or your higher self within, now you're living the miracle. Now things unfold naturally for you. Now your wishes come true just from being aligned, right? You hear this, when you start looking in 3D reality, you can't see it. Why? Because you're looking from a state of anxiety, from this wanting, from this needing for this thing to manifest. You can only find a state of anxiety. You can only find that it hasn't manifested, right? And even in this movie with Nicolas Cage, it's called Next. He plays a local psychic. And I don't want to go into the details of the movie, but he could see 2 minutes ahead into the future, apparently, right? But remember, here is what he said. Here is the thing about the future. Every time you look at it, it changes because you looked at it, and that changes everything else. Hear this, and remember, we talked about this. Really, what Cage's character really isn't even talking about the future, because remember, all scripts are written, even the future. Everything is done. Creation's finished, right? So every time you look for something, it changes because it depends what state of being you're looking at it from. If you're looking at it from a state of anxiety that it hasn't come, that changes it. You can only see something that hasn't come, right? This is what he's talking about. It changes. The observer changes the observation. The perceiver changes the perception. Right? So you can't possibly ever figure it out. You've got to give it up. You've got to give that trust to that higher you, to that inner being. Sure, you can have your desires, you can have your intentions, but then give it up. Give it to that God within. Give it to that higher being, that inner being. In fact, when I was this morning, as I got up early this morning, I'm going to travel today and check out of the hotel. But on my mind, as I was going to get coffee, there's a McDonald's adjacent to the hotel, and I was going to get coffee and breakfast. And on my mind was, well, I got to check out, I got to get the video, things about this apparent future, things that I had to do. I was preoccupied. I wasn't in the flow. I wasn't trusting my inner being. And as I was in line, it felt like I was waiting a long time. There were only 3 people in front of me. They were together. They were standing back from the counter, so there was no one calling them to take their order. And I even asked them at one point, when I felt like I was waiting a long time, are you in line? And they said yes. And I go, oh. And as soon as I thought that, I go, this is how it should be. I immediately got it that this is okay, that everything's okay, that it's not supposed to go faster, it's not supposed to go slower, that it's perfect as it is, even if there's no one waiting on them. And it even took a little longer, and then finally it got moving, and then I had my order. Now it's been about almost 30 minutes in that I believe in linear time, and maybe it wasn't, maybe it was, but it felt like that. And then, just as I got my coffee, just as they called my number, this person went up to the counter, looked homeless. I'm pretty sure he was. He had his bag with him that he carries on the street. And then I heard her say, "I'm sorry, sir, it's rejected." So I don't know if it was a gift card. Just in that moment, just as I was about to walk out the door, I heard that, "Oh, I'm sorry," and I looked, and I went up and I said, "Well, would you like breakfast?" And he goes, "Yes." And so I bought him breakfast. And then I looked at him and he said, "Thank you." And I said, "No, thank you." And that was it. And I could sense, I could see the sparkle in his eye. There was so much life there, right? This person had my thought was, this person has no idea of the potential within to be, do, or have. Or maybe he does. And maybe that's how he got breakfast. But whatever it is, I knew that the timing was perfect. That we helped each other, right? That he got breakfast, I got that realization that everything's perfect, that the path is perfect. That's really what I wanted to share with you today, guys. Remember, the thoughts you think, the beliefs you have, is the world you see and perceive, right? Remember, you're 99.999% energy or potential. So whenever you're in a hurry, or whenever you're thinking about what you got to do, or whenever you're looking in the 3D world for what hasn't manifested, you've collapsed the wave. You've collapsed all potentials. Now there's only one potential, and that's either you're going to be impatient to be in line, like I might have been this morning, or you're going to be fearful that your desire hasn't come yet. You've collapsed it to that 0.0001% of physicality. There's no other realities possible when you do that. Hear this. So your potentials, your thoughts and beliefs are manifested potentials. There is no separation. They're manifested potentials in that moment, right? So what do you want to do? Well, this is the whole idea of non-attachment. Let go of all outcomes. Give yourself permission to let go of any belief or thought or perception that is not love, right? Live in the love of that your higher being is guiding you, that God is guiding you, that everything is working out as it should, right? When you do that, miracles happen, right? You're going to start paying attention. So attachment to outcomes comes from a belief in lack. You can't get to a state of inner peace and fulfillment by looking for it in manifestations in the 3D world. Hear this, right? And so you're looking for it. You're feeling anxiety that hasn't come. You would never get there. You can't get to that inner state of fulfillment by looking in the 3D world for your manifestations. You've got to reach that fulfillment within without them. Right? And then they'll be there. That's the divine paradox. That's the paradox we've already talked about. Remember, causes in the mind, the 3D world, and its outcomes are projected from within you. Right? There's no objective world. Right? The thoughts you think equals the world you see. So what does A Course in Miracles say? Trust would settle every problem now. A Course in Miracles. This is brilliant. Trust would settle every problem now. Trust in what? Trust in that higher you, that inner being, in that dimensionally larger reality that's leading you on the path to everything you want. If you would just trust that, absolute trust, you would have no anxiety, you would have no fear, you wouldn't get anxious or concerned that like I did this morning, like I was starting to get this morning when I was in line, that hey, it's taking a while. Everything's working out perfectly. God's got it. Your inner being's got it. That's the total trust that we're talking about. So am I just delusional and believing my wish is already fulfilled? That's the question. And again, I heard it in the email this morning, and I also heard it from on our channel, I think a few weeks ago, that one of you answered, right? Remember, the delusion is a belief that is not true or a false idea. Well, all beliefs are not true. All of them are false ideas. We make it all up. We get to choose what to believe. And so if you believe in that higher power, you believe in that dimensionally larger you, if you believe in God, that there is no separation between you and divinity, that's the only belief that makes sense. Everything else is a false idea, right? It's delusional to think that the 3D world is real, right? That is the illusion. All beliefs are made up. When you are guided by the infinite in your higher self, you realize believing in the 3D world of facts is the real delusion. Hear this. This is for all of you that have been asking this question. When you're guided by the infinite, your higher self, you realize believing in the 3D world of facts is the real delusion. Instead, become disillusioned, which results in you waking up to what is real. Right? When you become disillusioned with the 3D world, when you realize that everything you believed is false, that it's all upside down, that everything is created from within, that what you're perceiving are your thoughts and feelings and beliefs, then you're ready to wake up. You're ready to realize that all you previously believed is false. This is what A Course in Miracles calls the happy dream, right? In a very small way this morning, I was asleep, literally, because I was up really early. It might have been 4 a.m, but I was asleep there as I was in line, right? Thinking about being preoccupied with nothing. With nothing, because my higher self already had it all figured out. All outcomes were already created. All scripts were written. And so as soon as I connected to that higher self, as soon as I reconnected with that, then it worked out perfectly, right? That this person from the street helped me see something in him that I would have never seen, right? And then he actually got breakfast. We helped each other, right? Both. He can be, do, or have whatever his heart desires, and I can be, do, or have whatever my heart desires. That was the realization, right? He may not see that yet, but it's certainly there. The light in his eyes, I could see it clearly when I looked at him, right? This is big, guys. Underneath all forms and outcomes in the 3D world is a living presence that is grace, joy, love, peace, laughter, and fun. Hear this. Behind all those 3D manifestations, behind all those outcomes that we get so preoccupied with, that get us frustrated, that we react to, is the true grace, the living presence, the peace, that 99.999% of which you are made. Yet we're always resisting it by focusing on collapsing the wave and focusing on that 0.0001%. Wow. And here's what A Course in Miracles calls the law of seeing. You will look upon that which you feel within. The law of seeing. I love that. You will look upon that which you feel within. Whatever you feel within is what you will see without in the 3D world. Wow. That's your emotional guidance system telling you. Right? Guys, the entire world is subjective. There is nothing out there of consciousness. The world appears as you expect it to appear. Things are as you believe them to be. That's why you got to give up all beliefs except that belief in that higher power within. And be led by that. Be led by love, let your intuition, that inner being, that higher you lead you along the path of love. You can't go wrong. There's nothing to fear. There's nothing to have anxiety about. It all will be on the path of least resistance, right? So, talking about resistance, all resistance comes from this. The 3D should be different than it is. Things should have been different. All of it comes from that. You looking at the 3D world and saying it should be different. When you're looking for your 3D manifestations, you're saying, Tom, they haven't come yet. You're saying things should be different than they are. Or things should have been different. Or you're regretting something that you did yesterday, the day before, 20 years ago, 10 years ago. They should have been different. You're always observing the past whenever you're looking out. Whenever you're trapped in your memories, or you're trapped in the anxiety of the future, it's all the past, right? The past and the future are the same. Whether you're regretting the past or worrying about the future, it's all the past. All the scripts have been written. You've just got to, it's the perception. The only thing that needs to be changed is your perception. the perception of that dimensionally larger reality where you're led by love, where you're led by a higher purpose, right? So follow love, and your higher self will move you toward all you desire. One with love, you'll get all you desire. And it will be a perfect unfolding. It always is. The only reason that it doesn't seem perfect is because we're always resisting it. We're always either resisting thinking about things that we should have done in the past, or having anxiety about the future, but it's all the past, right? The only time that you're ever in the real now is when you're connected to your higher self and being led by that love, right? Release all thoughts that are unlike love. This releases all the related effects. Hear this. All having impatience, right? Thinking things should be different. Having fear, jealousy, envy, regret, frustration, all of that's unlike love. When you release all that, you release all the effects instantly. The effects go away. Why? Because when you look out in the 3D world, you're looking from what your thoughts and beliefs. The illusion evaporates immediately, right? Those effects evaporate, and all that you look upon now is love. And remember, it's all a dream anyway, but it's a happy dream, right? It's a dream of love. Right? You become one with your inner being, aligned with your higher self, right? Remember, cause and effect happen at the same time. This is big, right? We've talked about this. Even if the thoughts are regrets of the past or anxiety about the future, it's all fear in the present. Hear this. So whether you're trapped by regrets in the past or anxiety about whether your wish will be fulfilled and you'll get it in the future, it's all coming from fear. In what we would call the present. In that now, in that eternal now, you're feeling fear, so you can't feel the now. You can't feel your higher self. You can't feel that love, right? Cause and effect are happening at the same time. So you're always going to be, whenever you're looking out at fear, all that you can ever create is fearful things or fearful effects. Wow, that's big. So remember, the script is written, A Course in Miracles. Time is over. Stop trying to fix or change the past. You are one with the field of infinite possibilities, but you constantly limit yourself to past beliefs. The script's written. So you're always limiting yourself. You're even limiting yourself when you're looking and planning for the future, that future manifestation. It's still the past, and the script is written. You've got to release that grip, right? The future script is also in the past. Past and future equals the past. We talked about this in the last video. The idea of the present makes it feel like there's a difference, but there is only now, right? The ego puts the idea of the present in between the past and future to cause separation, but there is no separation. It's all done. All the scripts are written. There's only that eternal now where your higher self is giving you impulses, is giving you messages, is leading you along the path of least resistance, along the path of love. Right? Align with your higher self. You rise above all scripts. That's true perception. Hear this. When you align with your higher self, you rise above all those scripts that are apparently in that past or that future. And now you're aligned with that true perception. You're seeing what's true. Right? You're seeing through the eyes. You're seeing the happy dream. It's all a dream, but why not while you're here in this 3D physicality, reveling in it, see the happy dream. That's what we're talking about. So, having it all, what does having it all mean then? Having it all means letting go of or rising above all specific outcomes and dwelling in the quantum field of infinite possibilities. That's what having it all means. It's letting it go and rising above all outcomes. Right, all specific outcomes, dwelling in that field of infinite possibilities. Why? Because all outcomes are already done. You will be led upon the perfect path, right? You will re-experience whatever is going on within you. When you're aligned with that higher self, you'll experience loving outcomes, right? When you look in the 3D world for your wish fulfilled, you've already collapsed the wave of probabilities long before you even looked. Hear this. When you look to the 3D world for your wish fulfilled, you've already collapsed that wave of probabilities long before you even looked. There wasn't a chance to see it. It was already established by your anxiety, by your fear, by your belief that it's not going to come, right? It's about putting absolute trust in your higher self to lead you along the path of least resistance to all you desire. A state of total non-judgment, right? It's getting in that, it's really sitting in that quantum field, right? In a state of total non-judgment, being led. Let your higher self lead you along the way. And so what I want to, it's about living within the divine paradox. That's really what I wanted to say, right? It's a paradox, right? What's the divine paradox? The 3D world is real and unreal. That's the paradox, right? The 3D world is real to us. If I kick this chair over here, I'm going to feel it, right? Especially if I'm not wearing shoes, right? But it's also unreal. It's an illusion. The infinite point of view is illusion it's illusion in the mind. The relative point of view is it's a waking dream. It appears real, right? So you're living the illusion. You can, in the relative point of view, it's a waking dream that appears real. We're in the waking dream. The whole idea is to have that realization, right? Living that divine paradox, right? It's real and it's unreal. It's an illusion, but the illusion feels real to us. And as long as we're not trapped in the illusion, as long as we're not thinking that is all there is, then we have total creative control over our 3D illusion, right? We can take the point that it's a waking dream that appears real, right? So here's what I want you to try. Try this for 48 hours, right? Time yourself. 48 hours. Give it 2 days and see what happens. So for 48 hours, let go of all plans, desires, and expectations. For 48 hours, don't collapse the wave. Hear this. Be led by your feelings within. Be led by your inner state. Do whatever feels good, whatever is guiding you. Listen to that guidance, right, for 48 hours. Instead, create a state within of fulfillment, not tied to any outcome in the 3D world. Follow what feels good, what feels fulfilled. Let go of desired reality. Let go of your wish fulfilled completely. Whatever you're trying to manifest, let it go completely. If you have obligations like work and other things, do those as you always do. But let go of looking for it, of trying to manifest anything. Instead, feel fulfilled within. Feel like everything is already perfect. Align with your higher self. Let go of any expectations of anything. And then watch what happens. You're gonna see amazing things in the next 48 hours if you really do this, right? Then extend it. And then it just starts becoming a part of your life. You're going to be led more and more by your higher self, by your inner being. That is how to manifest it all, what it really means. I am your host, Tom Karen, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of Higher Consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification button, like and share our videos. That's how we get our message out. Hit us up on Facebook at Be Something Wonderful, on Instagram and Twitter at Tom Karen, or write me anytime at info@besomethingwonderful.com. I would love to hear from you. Until next time, with great love, this is Tom. See you soon.